a mother's plea for prosecutors to not take another life for the life of her daughter.
Take his offer, let it be over with so we can start our healing process, so we can try to move on.
Of murder victim Shelby Farah is pressing the state attorney to accept a guilty plea and give up on its intention to seek the death penalty against accused killer James Rhodes. Now, News 4 Jax has learned the public defender is petitioning prosecutors on her behalf.
Police say Rhodes robbed and then killed the 20-year-old manager of a cell phone store in Brentwood in the summer of 2013. Channel 4's Vic Micolucci spoke exclusively with the public defender and with Darlene Farah and is joining us live from the courthouse now. Vic.
And Darlene Farah wants to make it clear here, Mary, she is not against the state attorney's office. She thinks the prosecutors are working very hard on the case, but she doesn't understand why they're not listening to her wishes, and those are that James Rhodes would be allowed to take that plea deal and then spend the rest of his life behind bars instead of being executed. Now she has Matt Shirk's support, too.
It was like a relief. It brought tears. It did. It brought tears to my eyes.
Darlene Farah says she was glad to see public defender Matt Shirk's letter asking State Attorney Angela Corey to take the death penalty off the table for James Rhodes. You think life in prison is fair for what he did?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Farah says she wants prosecutors to accept a plea deal that Rhodes and his attorneys have come up with. He'd plead guilty to murder and get 2 consecutive life sentences plus 20 years in state prison. There would not be a trial and he could not appeal. The public defender says that could save taxpayers more than $20 million. So it'd be much cheaper just to house him in prison for the rest of his life?
Absolutely it would. And this would ensure that this man would never get out of prison.
No chance.
No chance.
Matt Shirk says his client, Rhodes, is willing to fess up for what he did and face the consequences as long as he's not executed. Why do you think the death penalty is still on the table here? Not
sure, but it's a rare in a case where you have the next of kin of the victim of a homicide that wishes life, and a defendant who's willing to accept life, and the only obstacle happens to be the state attorney. That's rare.
Prosecutors with the state attorney's office are not talking about this case on camera. They did, however, send me this statement. It says the state is still seeking the death penalty in this case and will file a formal response addressing these motions. Due to this being a pending matter, it would be inappropriate to comment further. What would a plea deal mean for your family?
I feel like I would be able to move to the next step and start the healing process and move on. It's not going to bring the victim back, killing him. It's not going to bring Shelby back. If he gets the death penalty, do you think I'm going to go watch him get executed? No, that's going to eat me up for the rest of my life.
And prosecutors tell me they intend to address these concerns next week at one of Rhodes's court hearings. Of course, we will be there. As of now, remember, they tell me they are continuing to seek the death penalty. Now, if there is no plea bargain in this case, we will see it go to trial likely in May. That's when it's scheduled. Of course, I'll keep you posted. Live downtown, Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.